This was highly irresponsible and the most outrageous thing I've seen in a while. So, guys, a lot of you have probably seen the video of this little girl. As you can see, she's throwing a temper tantrum, according to the mother, who's in the video watching her daughter destroy all of this stuff. As it goes on, I'm listening to the video, and I had to put my ear to the fucking phone, because I'm like, did I hear this fucking mother say that? A guy tries to stop her from breaking bottles. She gets to this point where she's now breaking bottles and throwing it on the floor, and a man goes to stop her, and the mother goes, "Don't do that. You don't know what she's been through." I had to watch the video a few times. Listen, I don't know what's surprising me more, the fact that I'm surprised that this shit's going on, or the fact that we are, as a society, allowing this to happen. Because in this video, you see people standing there watching the kid throw shit around. And so it's not like stealing. They have a rule. A lot of these stores have a rule now. If somebody's stealing, you just let them go. It's not worth getting into kind of deal. All right. Stupid, but I get it. But when somebody or a kid is throwing things around, and then they get to the part where they're throwing glass bottles, now that becomes a dangerous area. And now the kid has to be subdued. As far as getting sued or having Walmart being sued, I think Walmart would rather a lawsuit from one person than multiple people slipping on that, whatever she threw, grape juice, Manischewitz, whatever it was, on the floor, slipping, landing on that glass, and then really hurting themselves. Because had I been in Walmart and I saw that, I would whoop right on the ground. Because that's what they don't want. They want you to slip and fall and hurt yourself so that you can sue them instead of stopping this kid and then worrying about a lawsuit from the mother. Because that's why a lot of people were sitting there, and I think the workers are calculating, yeah, I don't know if we should do anything about this. And then you had strangers that were sitting there doing the same shit, calculating like, I don't know if I'm going to touch somebody else's kid. This is the problem with society today. We have gotten away from parenting and or policing other people's kids because we fell into this trap, guys, and I saw this 30 years ago. We fell into this trap of, this is not my kid. When I started seeing that, I'm like, that's pretty bad, because back in my parents' days, parents would watch another kid do something and they would yell at the kid, and in some cases, beat the kid. Now, beating is a little extreme unless the kid did something extreme. That was extreme, but, yelling at the kid, telling the parents, that's the move. But we don't do that anymore because everybody's minding their business. So now you got kids doing shit like this. Now, there have been multiple fights in Walmarts. There's probably like Walmart's, battle royal videos out there where like there's nothing but fights in there. But this kid looked like what? 5, 6 years old, maybe 7 at best, from what I can tell. Maybe 8 or 9. I can't tell with these kids anymore in their fucking ages because I'm old, and every kid to me under the age of fucking 18 is a kid. Still, looking at this kid, it's a young girl, and so you're thinking to yourself like, well, okay, let's do something. Because I would have been taking my belt off. I would have had my belt off in my hand already. Would have started whacking that kid across the legs when they got to the point of breaking the bottles on the floor and damaging shit and possibly hurting somebody else. So, of course, when the man jumps in, the mother's like, you don't know what she's been through. You don't know what she's going through. I'm like, but how the fuck does that affect me? You, as a parent who was watching her break things, throw shit on the floor, stomp on stuff, acting a fool, and that's okay because she could be going through a trauma and we don't understand. So allow her to break everything up in the store instead of grabbing her, taking her to the car, getting her home, and then letting her do that shit at home. Why don't you let her break up all of this shit there? Nope, that's not good enough. Let her do it in Walmart. Now, Walmart should absolutely sue the mother. First of all, she could sue the mother for the mother could have been arrested for child endangerment, which if I was a cop, I would have absolutely charged her with that. But secondly, destruction of property. Walmart could absolutely charge the mother with destruction of property, which I'm hoping will happen. But knowing Walmart and this woke bullshit in the world we're in today, they won't. But if I was a Walmart CEO and I saw that video, I'd be like, destruction of property. Let's file charges on this lady and then do whatever needs to happen next. That kid needs to go into some kind of psych ward, because I've never seen a temper tantrum. I've seen some bad temper tantrums. Let me walk that back. I have seen some bad ones. I've seen one where a kid was yelling at, this is in the 90s. I was sitting on the train, and I was already 17, 18 at the time. And I remember sitting on a train and this white kid yelling at his mother and telling his mother, shut the fuck up. And I was like, I was sitting down across from him. I said, wait, what? And I'm like, man, if I would have said that to my mother, she would have fucking stuffed me through the fucking subway window, that little window that opens up about that much. She would have stuffed me through there and left me on the fucking track to die. And so she said it again. And then the kid was like, shut up, Mom. This is why I hate you. And I'm like, I was ready to step in and say some shit. Like, you fucking kidding me? I was going to rip the mother apart and the kid. And I'm like, you're allowing this bullshit? And the mother didn't know what to do. The look on her face of sheer terrified embarrassment was, I felt bad for her. And I don't normally feel bad for people, but I felt bad for her at that point. I was like, holy shit. And again, I was like 17, 18 at the time this happened. That shit in Walmart that just happened, that's fucking incredible. And of course, the media is going to talk about it here and there. Some YouTube channels like myself will be talking about it. Something's got to be done. I mean, society today is falling apart, without a doubt. There is some humanity still left, but that humanity is going to wind up dying if we keep minding our own business and letting shit like this go. People seem not to want to mix it up anymore and want to get into it. They just want to mind their business. So, and listen, certain situations you mind their business, but that's not one of them. Watching that kid wreck the store, and again, the throwing the stuff around, if you wanted to say that, oh, well, it didn't matter, fine. But once she started breaking the glasses, if they would have let her stay there and no one would have intervened, she would have continued breaking those bottles. And then the mother's running around like, why are you recording her? Don't do that. I'm like, don't do that. How about you fucking grab your kid? Yo, I would have gotten the mother's ass. I would have had the mother crying by the time she fucking left the supermarket. Walmart, I mean. I would have had that bitch crying in fucking tears. Or to the point where she calls the cops. One of the two is going to happen. But allowing this lady to allow her kid to act like that, that's dangerous shit. I've never in my fucking life seen anything that bad. I mean, again, the kid cursing at his mother was pretty bad, but breaking shit. And then the mother, that's the part where I've never seen that bad. The mother allowing the kid to do that. It's one thing if the mother wasn't there and the kid was acting a fool for whatever reason. Okay, not acceptable, but fine. But the mother watching the kid do this, I've never in my life seen anything bizarre like that before. Where the mother's just going, and she's letting out her trauma. What she said, she's going through something. She said in the video. If you listen to the video carefully, you can hear her say a lot of dumb shit in the background. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Seriously? Anyway, with that being said, if your kid acts like that, punk the little motherfucker across the street. I would have punked that kid. I like, fuck this kid, douche. And then the kid would have fucking been flying across fucking Walmart to the other side. Like, punting is acceptable when it comes to shit like that. You can always punt the kid. Anyway, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.